Welcome. I'm your host, Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity. Tonight's podcast is why why 7 ways why hypnoacuity liberates you from you. Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity rises you out of the manipulation and limitations of life coaching, self-help, self-improvement, personal growth, and psychologist's window of tolerance. It keeps people feeling good, moving sideways in their life in the same way as I now understand and admit education, business, self-help, self-improvement, personal growth, psychology, and punctuated books are other people's programming that are filled with everything the author or the teacher thinks, knows, their opinions, viewpoints, beliefs, and unrealized limitation. And all to me, life coaching and all this did, self-help, personal growth, was rearrange the furniture. It never, ever liberated me from me. And something I have to admit, self-help, personal growth, self-improvement, the psychology books I read, and life coaching never went deep enough for me. It just kind of stayed on the surface, but it never got to the root of the challenge, and yet it never liberated me from me. And that's what sovereign liberation and Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity does. It allows you to go and communicate with yourself and understand your daily life is going to help open the way for you to liberate you from you. And that's all this is. The past, everything, you're liberating yourself from your memories, your viewpoints of police, opinions, your parents, and everything you embedded throughout your life. And a lot of it you embedded from the womb to 5 years old, or 7 or 10 years old, however. And something I really realized is life coaching, self-help, personal growth, self-improvement, and all the college books and punctuated books did was unrealized limitation, rearranges the furniture, and binds the mind in the sheepocracy of what other people wanted me to know, think, and do. And it's education and business is a third world enslaving mindset of other people's thinking, knowing, and the way they want to control you and me. As Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity rises you out of worrying and overanalyzing going about therapy, it really rises you out of being addicted to therapy, because the world is addicted to therapy. And something this world has to really start understanding, the things that are going to rise, the words and the expressions and everything that's going to rise us out of this current situation and all this muddled up mess that we're in, is you're going to have to, are you open to listening stuff that makes you uncomfortable and get you out of your thinking memory mind and the education system of the world? Because people go to therapy to try to feel good, but they never get liberated from the situation. You actually liberate yourself from the situations like trauma, drama. Quit trying to be, because trauma and drama are people looking for sympathy. And that's what it is. And we overanalyze everything. We worry, are we good enough? Do we know enough? Can we do this? We just get into that muckety-muck swirling whirlpool of just burping control. And then we let go, start first thing we do, pick me. Oh, what I got to do? This is happening to me. No, you're doing it to yourself. That was the one that really kind of made me go, huh? Everything I think the outside world's doing to me, I'm doing it to myself. Overthinking, stressing out, overanalyzing, wanting somebody to fix me. And that's what therapy does. It fixes you. It never liberates you. And life coaching fixes you, but never liberates you. And that's something I really, really have opened up to. And that's why I call mine hypnoacuity, because hypnoacuity rises you out of thinking about what's going on and opens up a curiosity and an inspiration for you to go, kind of question yourself. Listening, inspiration, and questions are going to open your pathways to the promised land. As your thinking and knowing is going to take you all the way to yesterday. We've been living in yesterday since I've been born. I've really opened up to that, and I talk a lot about that, but you look at the world today, we're stuck in yesterday. You know, it's really fun to watch because I do it to myself. Because we're so used to thinking somebody did something to us. And they were part of the situation, but however you ingrained it or embedded it was all you. And now for you to rise out of it, it's all inside you. But we're so used to, and self-help, personal growth, they always said it's out there. No, it's all in here. And you know, once you appreciate the situation, you dissolve the other person away from it. Because you got to appreciate your courage, audacity, abilities, agility, and acumen to rise out of it. And shift is sideways. See, change, heal, create, transformation, shift, think, know, learn is sideways movement. It just rearranges the furniture of the situation. When you start talking liberation and questioning, and you want to use questioning instead of thinking, because why is this occurring for me? Why am I apprehensive about dissolving this from my life? Why am I apprehensive about releasing this? Where's the wisdom? Where's the pathway of enlightenment? Start asking questions that move you onto your trails of triumph. Because everything I learned in personal growth, self-help, self-improvement, change, heal, create, transformation, all that stuff has gone down the road into oblivion. Now I live in the now. It's now do. And I don't do anything with the RE, redo, rethink. It's inspiration, questions. Now I begin, now I win, now movie, now this, because it keeps me in the present moment. And that's where this world has never been, is in the present moment. Because everything I learned in school was secondhand information from yesterday. And hypnotherapy, hypnoacuity is hypnotherapy that rises you out of being addicted to therapy, opens a way for you to rise out of being a servant to your past. How are you a servant to your past? Oh, this happened to me. Why did this happen to me? I did that good because I was a professional. I was a professional whiner and complainer. So I fired that guy. I fired that professional. I hired my athletically imperfect and my liberating imperfections to chauffeur me through life, because life is a mystery, messy mystery, rebellious riddles, and bountiful bliss. It's all up to me how to want to question, listen, and understand it. If you take the word know and use the word understand, you expand and rise. But something the world has to know, I know everything about everything. But it's the understanding that I have a lot of listening to do. I listen to understand, to expand, I'm grand. And you know, it took me 66 years to learn how to listen. So now I'm not giving it up. I do it every day. And that's the thing I like about listening. It shows me life's invitations, streaming, trend-setting, enterprising, nerve, invigorating, now-born gumption that of hypnoacuity chauffeurs me on to my paths of listening, inspiration, questioning, understanding, comprehending, overlearn. Okay, we're going to say it. Now say learn out loud, and what do you feel? Say the word comprehend out loud. What do you feel? Comprehend makes it deep. And it goes deeper. And wisdom and revelations that energizes my venturer spirit, campaigner's heart, champion soul, autonomous valor that rises beyond to my liminal landscape to be to be liberated, to my liberated lifestyle, to listen intuitively, boldly energizing, rebellious, adventurous, trailblazer, endeavoring daredevilry. Sprees my spirit poetic revelations, eloquently expressing sleek mystique, masterful yazza pizzazz savvy through my veins of fame. Unleashes my trailbreaker, innovative, quixotic, ubiquitous elegance to dance with my cowboy wisdom, hypnoacuities, sovereign liberation. Cowboy wisdom, hypnoacuity is sovereign liberation, politically incorrect inspirations, autonomous expansion, uh, grounded in cowboy wisdom, outlaw optimism with an F off F that attitude. What sovereign liberation is, it opens people and allows people to never be controlled by outside sources or your past. Because sovereign is uncontrolled and unaffected by outside sources. As liberation rises you out of the many movies of your memories to experiencing and directing your panorama movies of now. You want to color and design the now with natural optimistic wisdom, because you can think and know and let the more you use think and know, the more you stay in the past. And once something unsettling occurs in your life with thinking and knowing, you're trying to think your way through it, then you go into the memories that control you. And that never allows you to move forward in life. I was stuck in my same place for, I'd say 45, 50 years. I started moving forward, but when I rose out of self-help, personal growth, life coaching, and the psychology stuff, I opened up my panorama movie of now, because I can listen to the clarity of my daily life to expand of my inner grandeur. And the autonomous expansion is feeling, observing, and witnessing inner rising revelations communicates my dreamer's dexterity through my visionary veins of epiphanies, instigating nomadic, sophisticated frequencies of easy. The thing I really opened up to when I started rising, the only one that's ever made my life hard is this guy. He thought he was sly, but he's really, he wasn't very sly. He's really in a bind of burping BS that he put upon himself. That's something I really opened up to. The outside world has done very little to me. In fact, it's done zero to me. I did it to myself because I wouldn't listen, observe, witness. I had to be something. I don't think I have a word for it, but I was a bullheaded, stubborn, silly boy. You're a son of a bitch, whatever you want to say. You ain't supposed to talk bad about yourself, but sometimes you gotta just be honest with yourself. But the more I rise of my hypnoacuity is listening and visions and inspiration. And that's the thing about any word in the dictionary, you can make it your own. You don't have to follow socialized silliness. That's the way the world is, stuck in socialized silliness. And we listen to people that have no interest in us, but all they want is what we have in our back pocket. They really don't care about our wisdom. And your wisdom, insight, clarity, and innovative talents are going to rise you to your liminal carpet glide of genuine, lively, internal daredevilry, setting yourself free from you. That's something I really want people to open up to understand. Liberate you from you, or liberate me from me. You can use the personal one, but if you say I liberate me from me because I laugh at me, sets me free to feel the rich everyday elegance of my everyday events, encounters, and experiences that awaken me internally. The outside world is showing you you're good, bad, and indifferent all in one time. But however, we try to fix the outside world as we're tormenting ourselves internally. Oh, I've done that professionally. I like it when I say professionally because that means I was really up. I really screwed up. And that's the thing I really have to admit to. I learned to push the blame from my parents, my uncles and aunts, and everybody. Now, I just soon say I did it, and then I'm done with it. And let the chips fall where they may. And sometimes that's okay. And see, the thing about the visionary epiphanies instigating nomadic, sophisticated frequencies of easy, I eavesdrop on my daily events, encounters, and experiences, listening for my free flowing energy of intuition, imagination, inspiration, innovation, trusting my sleek, unique trailblazer talents, politically incorrect inspiration that dissolves socialized desperation, politically correct, follow the herd, political correctness, rising me out of the sheepocracy and herdocracy and turdocracy of life. As I listen to my free flowing inspiration, grounded of cowboy wisdom, that is from getting my hands dirty in Mother Earth, feeling, listening, and freeing the frequencies of my rancher, witted, grit, get, and go, farmer's foresight, trusting the earth, the universe enlightens my inventor's innovations that chauffeurs me on to my mountains of relaxation as I unleash my outlaw optimism, energizes my spine tingling tenacity, invigorates natural gumption, legendary adventurous wisdom, optimizing my pioneering trailmaker intuition, streaming mystical moxie that energizes the earth's airways of brave, letting fly my F off, F that audacity to stroll on my trails of triumph. As I now rise to understand my sleek, unique talents, enterprise, my free-flowing fun of the sun splendor calms my inner scenery of serene splendor. And now and forevermore I realize and admit sovereign liberation, cowboy wisdom, hypnoacuity rises me out of my thinking, knowing everything I learn, knowledge, thoughts to grasp and esteem. I listen for inspiration, questioning everything, understanding, comprehending wisdom, revelation calms my inner streaming energy, soothes my subconscious scenery to design and color internal featureless canvas of my dreamer's paradises that forever plays on my third eye movie screen with the universe's landscape showing me my dreamer's paradises every day on my way through life. As I say thank you with a smile of gusto, gratitude, grin of awesome appreciation for me, my talent, and my lavish endless abundances I receive from everywhere in the universe. As I discovered this, and I was going to hypnotherapy school, and people come in and they just were addicted to therapy. And, what would you rather have, hypnotherapy or hypnoacuity? That's your choice. But here, hypnoacuity is liberation, inspiration. And that's something the world is stuck in. And I've been listening and witnessing the self-help personal growth world for a long, long time. And all I ever got was staying the same. You move the furniture sideways, you think you're doing good, but you're never really out of the control or the institutionalized education of college education and everything he's done. So as you rise of hypnoacuity, you set yourself free from you. Excuse me. So I'm going to thank you, and may your day be as blessed as you are a blessing to me in the world. As My throat got dry. It does that every once in a while. But anything, it's about you rising out of your own self, rising to your trend setting talents. That's all there is about this. You encompass the talents, the sleek, unique talents. But hypnoacuity, Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity, is about showing you the inspiration within you. You open up to your own inspiration and questions, and you rise to your liminal carpet glide to feel the freedom of you, setting yourself free every day in a bold, bright way. The only thing holding you back in your life is you. Because your blockages, barriers, limitations, and all the things you think is in the outside world is never out there. It's in here. And that happened to me one morning. I was going to walk, and it said, it come down that premonition. It's, life's innocent. And another thing I rose out of is that male egotistical stupidity, because that male ego, or the ego, whatever you want to say, it would never allow me to listen because I had to be right. I had to be right. And the only thing that ever did was bite me in the showing me a better way, and it was never my way. It was always the better way to do it. So Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity is about rising to your talents. And I want to thank you. I am Robert Wilson, and may your day and life be as blessed as you are a blessing to me and the world. And good night.